Hello everybody, Lego Boy Lacy here, and today I'm going to show you how to solve the mirror cube. And you can pretty much learn this intuitively, but in case you can't figure it out, you can come and watch this tutorial. So, the first thing, of course, you're going to scramble it. And while I'm doing that, I'll tell you what you're going to be doing. So, basically, if you've come to watch this video, you need to know how to solve a Rubik's Cube, of course. Just a regular, like, 6-colored Rubik's Cube. And basically it'll be the exact same thing as this, only you're going to be judging what pieces go where by the size, like the height of the pieces instead of the color. And I think that's good enough scrambled. And by the way, I'm going to be using the regular beginner's method everyone teaches. Okay, so first you're going to want to find a side. I like to do the tallest side first, and I think that side would be this side. It doesn't really matter what side you start with, but yeah. And so now you're just going to start making the cross just like normally. And so find some pieces that match up in height, and then the first one you can just move around and find the centerpiece that it matches up with, just like if you're doing it with colors. And then I can see that this one is the same height as I think it is, and you kind of have to change your perspective about it, but I think if I were to do this, yeah, that would match up, and then I could bring it up there and we would start making that cross. And now that matches up, and that's the same height, so match that up, and find the last piece. I think it's this one, isn't it? Yes, I think we just have to flip it to get it up. There. And now we have our cross. And now we're going to try and find the corner pieces. And let me see. Let's get this one out. And I do use a bit different method when I'm doing the beginner's method and getting the corners in, but you can use whatever method you've learned. And so this corner piece goes into there. And so if I just do these moves, I know that I can get mine into here. And you see that piece is in. And even if you know F2L and OLL and PLL and that stuff, I recommend not using that on this method, just using the beginner's method, because it's a lot harder to judge, especially with like F2L, the shapes, and just keeping track of multiple of them at a time. That just gets really confusing, so I would use F2L, but it just makes it harder. So just keep putting these in, and I'm pretty sure this is like a Rubik's brand mirror blocks, and so it doesn't turn that well. I remember once I took it apart and I had such a hard time getting that last piece in back together. There we go. And there we go. So yeah, the first layer done, and then we're going to kind of look for pieces that go into this. And so you're going to kind of look at the piece that's already in there and then add a little bit of height to it depending on where that piece is, and then kind of look for a piece that has about the same heights to it. And no, that piece does not go in. Maybe it's really just trial and error. Piece you try and put it in, doesn't work, then just keep going. So what I do like to do this is just like you would find a piece that does not have yellow on it, you find a piece that does not have a section that's that tall, because that's like the yellow or the top color or size in this case. And so this one does not have it. So you just turn it until it lines up with one, Then you look which side it would fit in the best, and so I think it would go into here. Then we do that algorithm. Doing this slowly. I'm not using finger tricks because it's so bad turning. And then it looks like all these pieces have this height to it, so we will take one out over here. And then line this up with one of the centers there. And this one's already in, so I think we'll do it in there. Okay. Now we look for another one. I think all these still have that height. Yeah, I think these two need to be flipped, so you can do that algorithm to flip them, but I'm just going to show the beginner's method. Because I actually don't know that algorithm. So now that's lined up. We do that algorithm. And then we line this one up and put it into there. Really need one of those like ShengShou ones that turn really well. They're only like a couple bucks. Really nice. Anyway, there we go. And we have the first two layers done. And so now, just like you would do on a normal 3x3, you'd look for a position where, oh wait, no, fail. So it's in an L shape in my case, so we'll do that algorithm. And it'll be in a line, and then we do that algorithm again, and it's across. And so now we try and get into a position where at least two of these line up. And so here we go, and they are next to each other, so we do that algorithm. There we go, and then, yeah. And so all these are lined up, just like if they would have the same color. And so now, it doesn't look like any of these corners are in the right spot, so we do that corner switching algorithm. Okay, now that one's in the right spot. So we do the algorithm again. And then these need to be oriented. And so, let's see, that's facing that way, so we do the one that starts with the down move. Oops. And then turn that layer on this one, and it's up there, so we do the one that starts with that move. And there we go. Oops, turned that the wrong way. But now you have solved the mirror blocks, or just the mirror cube, as some people call it. And it wasn't that hard, was it? And yeah, so it's great. Bye.